Hi and welcome to On the Limit, the show that tips itself into a spin, rolls itself over to bring you the most spectacular race and rally action from around Asia and the Pacific. Today we're looking back over the second half of the season in the Autobax Japan GT Championships GT500 class. It's all looking good for a tight GT500 title fight at the halfway point in the Autobax Japan GT Championship. Toyota's taken 2 wins in the series so far, and Honda's taken the other 2. Nissan's been conspicuously absent from the podium as it relied on last year's model Skylines. But now, with 3 brand new GTRs, it's aiming for some wins. In the driver's title though, Honda pair Ralph Furman and Sugio Matsuda have a handy lead. 8 points in the clear, despite 1 race retirement. Over 50,000 fans at Fuji Speedway on this hot overcast day, and this is what they've come to see. Takeuchi leading the field across the start line. Ara in the blue and yellow Toyota grabs second, and Motoyama ducking and diving in the background is trying to get by. But he loses out in the end both to Ara and Takeshi Tsuchiya, who comes back around the outside of the Nissan. So Takeuchi leads from Ara, Tsuchiya and Motoyama in that heavily re-engineered Skyline with its brand new V6 motor. Just behind Motoyama are the 2 McLarens, well suited to this high-speed Fuji circuit. This is a big fight for 3rd place. Tsuchiya and the Toyota trying to hold on against big pressure from the revitalised Nissan. Motoyama pulls down the inside. Whoa, great close racing between these 2. Motoyama's got by, and now Tsuchiya's going to get jumped by Naoki Hattori and the McLaren as well. But Tsuchiya gets it together and shuts the door. A good pit stop by the Tokyo Tom's team after a safety car period sees Aussie Wayne Gardner lead at the restart. But not for long, because Yamaji immediately dives down the inside and makes it through. Krum as well trying to give the Aussie the squeeze. And here goes the Nissan driver diving through and taking second. And now it's Tashikawa's turn. Really late on the brakes, and he's through for 3rd. So Yamaji leads. Oh, and Tashikawa's got past Krum for 2nd. He really is a man on a mission. And Paolo Montina's past Gardner for 4th as well. Tashikawa on attack again, right up on Yamaji to challenge for the lead. So the 27-year-old co-champion, trying to make up for problems during the pit stop, has charged ever since. And now he puts the indicator light on and he goes down the inside. Juichi Wakasaka in the blue Esso Supra has got past Kageyama. But the Nissan driver comes straight back at him, tries to come back down the inside, tries just too hard and spins out. Tashikawa's done it, coming through now to take the AU Tsurumo team's 2nd win of the year. Takeuchi looks well pleased. So a good win for Tashikawa and Takeuchi, who end up 5 seconds ahead of a rejuvenated Zanavi Nissan team. Kurosawa and Montina 3rd, just 6 seconds behind the winner. In the drivers' standings, Takeuchi and Tashikawa's win hikes them from 4th to 1st, 11 points ahead of Furman and Matsuda, 12th today. Wakasaka and Ida slip from 2nd to 3rd. There's a big crowd here at Motegi ready for an overcast but fine race. And here we go, Hattori leading the field away for the 6th round of the Order Back Series. The McLaren driver pulls wide, blocks off Tsuchiya, who cops a little hit from Kato, but everyone's safely underway. So it's Hattori, Tsuchiya and Kato's fighting off Kageyama in the Espalier Supra. But it's Lyons who now picks off Kageyama for 4th. So a little break for the lead McLaren, the next 3 quite close, then there's a gap to a big fight. Haruki Kurosawa almost edged into the wall as he tries to go by Kageyama. And now he drifts wide and is taken by Daisuke Ito. Now it's Furman versus Kageyama. He tries to go around the outside. Oh, and he's tipped into a spin. Both of them are off. Look how close it's got up front now. Tsuchiya's still 50 metres or so ahead, but the Kato, Lyons and Ito Hondas now nose to tail. We're on board with Lyons as he makes the big dive down the inside of Kato, and he's got him. No pressure on Hattori though, out front and going away. Now Lyons is attacking Tsuchiya for 2nd, and he's through. What a race the Irishman's having. Ito's already gone by Hiroki Kato for 4th. Now he's eyeing up Tsuchiya's 3rd place, and it looks like he's got him. But no, Takeshi fights him off. It's Hattori's turn now to make for the pits, handing the McLaren over to Eiji Tajima. Now this is a privateer team, as Hattori pointed out before the race, so the pit stop might not be as slick as the pro outfits. And here's the proof of it. Pit stop's all done, and Sebastian Philippe is in the lead of the race. And looking back down the straight for 2nd place, there it is, the Raybrigg Honda, then it's Wayne Gardner in the Tom's Toyota, and Ryo Mishigami in the Mugen Dome NSX. After that comes Manabu Arido, and only now comes the former leader, now 6th, just ahead of Wakasaka's Esso Supra. This looks like the end of a tough day for the AU Tsurumo team. Tashikawa out of 12th and into the gravel. Mishigami's really applying the pressure on Gardner here. And the Aussie tags the lap GT500 RX7 as he goes by. Kisses him off into the barriers. Bang! Straight into the parked up SOK McLaren. And now Mishigami's retiring from 3rd. Now look what's happening up front. Suddenly Mitsusada is right behind Philippe, and he's looking for a way past. It all leaves Richard Lyons looking a very, very worried man. Here comes Mitsusada again. Philippe seems to open the door, but then he slams it shut. But this is it, the last couple of corners to come. Mitsusada gathers himself, dives inside, but backs out of it. So Philippe is going to do it, notch up the first win for him in Lyons after a sensational final 10 minutes of this round. So Lyons and Philippe take their first win in the JGTC by just half a second. After such tension, Lyons and the rest of the Mugen Dome project team is in raptures.
Absolutely fantastic, you know, I'm so happy for the team, for me, for Sebastian. Everything's been perfect. You know, qualifying didn't go so brilliant, but today in the race, I drove quite good and Sebastian just drove fantastic. Absolutely perfect.
The race of the year it had to be, with Kato and Mitsusada so close behind. Hattori and Tajima take a standout 3rd for their McLaren team. Despite a tough day today, Takeuchi and Tashikawa still lead the championship by just 4 points though, from Mitsusada. Wakasaka and Ida are 3rd, ahead of a 3-way tie for 4th that includes today's winners. It's a cold day in southern Japan, but a crowd of around 45,000 has still turned up in the hope of seeing some hot action. And this is the start of it, as Furman leads them around. Tsuchiya on the right, and Ito in 3rd, and some contact behind them. And a lock-up from Furman, and Tsuchiya's 2nd suddenly becomes 1st. One of the McLarens sheds body parts as Kanaishi's red Honda dives way over to the inside. That's a perilously loose move and he's come to grief. Lions Honda, Dufour, Takeuchi and both McLarens are among the casualties. Out of all that, as Ito's onboard shows, there's a three-way fight at the front. Tsuchiya constantly fighting off Furman, who in turn is being attacked by Ito. Now Furman's on attack again, but there's no way through. And that's why yellow flags flying for two GT300 cars spun up there. Travelling on board now with Satoshi Motoyama, tracking Shigekatsu Wakasaka's Toyota. And Wakasaka slips wide. Motoyama's got the opening he's been waiting for, and he's up to fourth. This is Wayne Gardner. He's just come out of the pits, having taken over from Tsuchiya, and he's taking it slowly because he's on cold tyres, but oh no, he's still lost it. Turns the Super around. He's right off the track and noses into the barriers. Back in the pits, teammate Takeshi Tsuchiya looks bewildered. This is going to be very costly. Mishigami's definitely gone by, probably others too. This is on board Michael Krum's Nissan. He's just come out of the pits. And now he's off the track as well. Like Gardner, at least he's able to rejoin. Here's Sugio Matsuda getting into the race now, taking over from Ralph Furman. Here comes Mishigami with headlights blazing, so Matsuda should be first. But now he's on cold, gripless tyres. Mishigami isn't, so this should be very interesting. Now he screens past, takes the lead. And Matsuda's still struggling, and he's off. A bizarre slow-mo departure from the track. He'll get through the gravel trap all right, but that's cost him a lot of time. Krum's now gone past Matsuda and Mitsusada is right behind him. And Matsuda locks it up, hits the Raybrick Honda, and the RX-7 comes around and T-bones it. So Mishigami's on his own out front. And Krum second, looks like he's en route to a second podium in 3 races. Now in the dying stages of the race, we've got a tactical battle going on between Wakasaka and Matsuda, both wanting to be 5th. Gardner's happy he goes by both of them for 3rd. And Seiji Ara threatens to do likewise. Now Matsuda slows and Wakasaka goes by, but so does Ara. Now Mishigami, right behind them, is heading for the checkered flag. So while the argument goes on over who's going to be 5th, Mishigami takes his first win of the year. Daisuke Ito's very happy. This will keep him right in championship contention. The race to be 5th is still going on. Looks like Furman's seen enough. That's because Matsuda has ended up 6th. So they'll lose 20 kilos of penalty weight, but get only 6 points. And it's Ara who gets 5th. So Wakasaka's forced to settle for 4th, picking up 10 points, but not shedding any weight for the finale.
Before the start practice?
Yes.
No good machine.
No chance.
Yeah. But Friday, Saturday,
Yep.
very good machine. Yeah.
So it's a win by Ito and Mishigami by 11 seconds from Nissan's Motoyama and Krum. Tsuchiya and Gardner salvage 3rd. That weird fight for 5th ends with Wakasaka and Ida leading the series standings by just 2 points from Takeuchi and Tashikawa. Ito's win makes him a close 3rd. Mitsusada's 4th and Furman and Matsuda 5th. For the Suzuka finale to the Autoback Series, all of the JGTC's weight and air restrictor handicaps have come good to create a cliffhanger finish. With 22 points still available, 8 driver lineups are still in with some chance of the GT500 title. Shuichi Wakasaka and Akira Ida, already the narrow leaders in the series standings, come out of qualifying as title favourites, starting on pole.
いや、上位3台、モービル1、あと au。
So at the moment, I say car number 64, car number 1, and car number 16, the top three, the fastest. I mean, they're doing quite well, and I think it all depends on who gets the checker first. Who wins the race today, this week, will be the winner of the championship.
Second place, Takeuchi and Tashikawa, with a 70-kilo handicap, can qualify only 5th. Ito, a close third on points, will start 9th, weighed down by 100 kilos. Outside chances, Lyons and Philippe keep their hopes alive by qualifying 2nd. And Furman and Matsuda will start 3rd, in a good position to challenge for the title. So it's showdown time in the Autobacks Japan GT Championship, Ida controlling things out front. But Kurosawa in the Zen Supra pulls over hard on Furman, and then he in turn gets chopped off by Lyons. So a bit of push and shove just to get this one underway. Still, everyone gets safely through turn 1. And now Lyons is really putting the pressure on Ida, with Furman right behind him as well. Things very tight now, as this view from Furman's Honda shows, and Lyons dives down the inside of the Supra. Ida has to work hard to keep Furman from coming by as well. But now the Toyota driver wants to come back. And Kurosawa's keen to join in as well, so it's a 4-way fight. Furman very brave, diving down the outside of Ida into the chicane, and he's through as well. Oh, and so's Kurosawa. On board with Ida now, and he's under attack again, this time from Katsutomo Kaniishi, and he gets squeezed right off the edge of the track, so he's really taking a hiding in these early laps. Oh, trouble for the Zent Supra. Kurosawa's in the pits very early. Furman's still close to Lyons, and the Irishman slowed, negotiating in the GT500 Mosler, and Furman's immediately on attack. Lyons locks it up, Furman pulls alongside, but now the Lyons car edges ahead again. Furman stays beside though. Oh, and now with the left-hand sweeper approaching, he should have him, and he does, with contact, I think. And Lyons is gone, almost rolls, in fact, as he flicks over the curbs. So Furman takes the lead of the race in controversial circumstances, clashing with one of his best mates. There's already been a rash of pit stops, the Mobil 1 Honda and the Esso Toyota included, and now Keiichi Tsuchiya gets into the race in the Autobacks Honda, which was 2nd. Behind him is Manabu Arido in the Denso Sard Supra that was 3rd. And here comes Matsuda, just coming onto the front straight, and Keiichi is going to come out ahead of the Mobil 1 car. But don't forget, the Japan GT Championship doesn't allow tyre warmers, so the tyres initially have very little grip on a cold day like this. Sure enough, look how slowly the Autobacks car has to go, and now Matsuda goes past. And if things stay as they are with the Esso Supra 4th and the AU Tsurumo Toyota 8th, Matsuda and Furman will win the race and the title. Ah, but now that's all changed. Here's Matsuda, here's Tsuchiya, and here's Wakasaka now up to 3rd. If he can finish here and the others finish where they are, he and Ida will take the title by 1 point. But Wakasaka is still pushing very hard. There seems to be no need to be taking any risks, but he's still in full-on attack mode, determined to get by Tsuchiya. And he's got him. No, maybe not. No, he hasn't. Tsuchiya shuts him out. Just 2 corners to go now. Oh, and Matsuda almost tangles with a lap car. And so this is the way the 2002 season is going to end. Matsuda winning the race, Tsuchiya taking 2nd in the Autobacks Honda, and 3rd place is going to give Shuichi Wakasaka and Akira Ida their first driver's title. Wakasaka's definitely excited. Emotions running high in the SO Ultraflow team as Wakasaka arrives back.
But my team so very good job. So I only easy drive.
Just 1 point, huh?
Yeah, but just 1 point, but very big 1 point.
Right. What a feeling. How do you feel now?
I'm very fine.
Champion, eh?
Yeah.
Very good.
So Furman and Matsuda take their third win of the season by just 7/10 of a second. Keiichi Tsuchiya and Kaneishi are second. Wakasaka and Ida are an all-important third, ahead of Kato and Mitsusada and Dufour and Orido. In the final standings, Akira Ida and Joichi Wakasaka are the New Order Backs GT500 champions. Just 1 point ahead of Furman and Matsuda, 10 points ahead of 2001 title holders Takeuchi and Tashikawa. Mitsusada is fourth, and Ito is fifth.